Welcome back, everybody. So this video is just going to be about blending eyeshadow. I have been asked for a tutorial for that for quite a bit now, but first things first, I'm going to put on eyeshadow primer, which I use the NYX White Pearl eyeshadow base. You can use concealer if you don't have an eyeshadow base, but oh my god, I absolutely love this stuff. I accidentally got some yellow in it, but it's fine. So we need to set the eyes real quick. Set. This is kind of sticky. I don't recommend setting it with powder because you want to do that with the eyeshadow. That way it makes the colors pop more. But I am going to be using tape on this because on top of getting a clean line for your eyeshadow, you can also use this for your eyeliner, which I will show again. I did just make a video for some cheats on eyeliner. So I make sure my eye is completely open because I'm getting old and have wrinkles. But I put it a little below and make sure the tape goes under. That way I have it as a guideline for where I want the liner to go down and possibly eyeshadow on the bottom. Let's set that on both eyes. The trickiest part is making sure they are both level. Doesn't always work out. Have those going the same direction. If not, oh well, we'll deal with it. So I wanted to use my Tale as Old as Time, but that is a limited edition palette from Lorac, and I don't like to use limited edition stuff for tutorials because I like to get something that you could pick up if you wanted to recreate the look. So I got a 4-brush set from Walmart. Japonesque is how I'm assuming you say it. I don't really know. I'm just going to assume, but I'm not going to use this one. I don't like using these for eyeliner. But, so we're only going to be using 3 brushes. I like to keep it simple. And then Pure, if you've never heard of it, their palettes are amazing. As you can see, I've used this one quite a bit. This one is the Pure Creator. And this actually does set up if you didn't have a lighted mirror. But I'm going to use this one because you can create so many different looks with it, and it has a nice amount of matte shades versus just having a whole shimmer palette. I hate that. So these 3 brushes, that's all we're going to use. This one is a smudge brush, but I will show you what I use this for here in a little bit. These are technically both eye crease brushes, but really if you have the right brush, like you don't want to buy the Equate brushes because they don't work. I tried it and tested them and they suck. But I haven't tried these, so we're going to try these first before I go to pick up a different brush because I like to keep it simple for you guys. So we're going to start with this light shade here and just put it all over the eye to set the eyeshadow primer. Okay, now that I have that all set, I am so sad I hit pan with my base color. It takes forever to hit pan. I kind of want to cry. It has a lot of fallout today too for some reason. But if you have fallout, that is okay because I now do my foundation last because it'll help cover up any fallout or any screw-ups pretty much. So you want to use like the closest to your skin tone as possible for the base coat, just because you're going to want to put other colors over the top of it without that showing through as a main color. So I'm going to use the same brush and I am going to go in with this one in my crease, just kind of give my eyes some definition. And if it does have a lot of fallout, you always want to just tap the brush to get rid of the excess so you don't get it all over your face. So you literally just follow the crease of your eye, like windshield wiper motions, just to get the color in there. See how it makes my eye look deeper set on this side versus this side. Now I'm going to just tap my brush in here one time just to get a little bit of extra on there. And I'm going to go back in to the crease, do that windshield wiper motion again, and then I'm going to do small circular motions to blend this color upward so it's not so harsh. I know I'm terrible. I don't actually look at the camera because the mirror is so much brighter, but I will do my best. Okay, that's better. Now that that is blended up, I'm going to do the other side real quick. Done. As you can see, I take it almost all the way up to the brow bone here, and I also have this cloth that I use to clean my brushes if I'm doing a tutorial or I'm not doing very many colors. If I'm doing something extremely complicated, then I want to have a bunch of brushes so it doesn't take me 10 hours, because I only have about an hour and a half if I'm lucky before my 2-year-old wakes up. Okay, so now that that is blended all the way up, and I did go over onto the tape because, you know, once you take it off, it's fine, and I don't really have to use tape anymore, but I did a lot when I first started, so if you have to use tape, use it. Okay, what do I want to do next? So I'm going to take this color, same brush that I just cleaned, and I'm going to blend over the darker crease color, but right above it where I blended it out. And literally only a few swipes, only get a little bit on there, because a little bit with this palette goes a long way. And then for this one, you can do the windshield wiper motion just to get it on your eyelid. Not your eyelid, on your eye, but then you want to do those small circular motions to kind of blend it in. And sometimes I will dot it along too, that way it's not that harsh, and then whenever I go to blend it in, it just makes it so much easier. And voila, that part is done. Now I just have to do the other eye. Okay, now that I have both of those done, I'm going to clean this brush off one more time, and I am going to go ahead and do right under my brow bone. Not everybody goes all the way up, but I do, because I like the way it looks. And makeup is an art, and you can do it however way you want to that makes you feel beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this shimmer shade. Move it around a little bit so you can see how pretty it is. Now with this, I'm going to blend it into this color after I put it directly under my brow. Just one swipe with this will be plenty. And I also take this all the way to the tape. And then on this side, I like to go down, like where my eye starts to go in, and cover like the base of my nose here. And then take those small circles and blend it in with the other shadow. Now, if I feel like it came down too far, I will just pat one time in that light shade and just dot it along where they meet and do those circular motions too, very small circular motions to blend it in, because you don't want to completely cover the shimmer shade under your brow bone. There we go, that's much better. Nice and blended. Now I'm going to clean this brush off and do the other eye. I know some people do one eye completely before they do the other eye, but sometimes I forget the steps that I did, so I like to do them together. Okay, now that both of those are done, I'm going to go in with the bigger brush and do my eyelid, and I think I'm going to put this down as a base color. And for this part, I don't really care if it gets messy because I'm just covering it up anyway. And if you can't see it that well, this is kind of a gray-ish base coat. It's kind of brown, kind of gray. I just spread that all over. Okay, now that I have that base down, trying to figure out the color combination I want to do. I'm kind of thinking I really want this gold like right in the middle, but I don't know. So, okay, so what I am going to start off with, same brush, I just cleaned it off. I'm going to take this black and do, I'm going to put it over here. I don't really know if I'm going to make it a smoky eye yet or not. We'll see. But it is glittery. And I just dot this on because the sunblacks, they're really black. So it's hard to tell. And then I take it and just swipe it right along that tape. And then I will let it go up above my eyelid just a tiny smidge. Alright, I have both of those done. To clean my brush off real quick. Always a pain with black. Okay, now that the brush is cleaned off, I am going to go in with this color. It's going to go in the corner of my eye. This is the same thing, I just dot it on first. This one I'm going to have to build up. It didn't show up very much that first try. Okay, so after I get it on there, just go right in the corner and just barely swipe it over. And then with my eye closed, I will take it and go right across my eyelashes so it gets a little bit on the bottom lash line as well. And then I'll just open my eyes and open that out a bit. And you could build this up to your desired color that you're wanting. I'm going to put another layer on just because I don't like how light it is. Okay, now that I have that color built up to where I want it, while I'm cleaning my brush off real quick, I don't think I told you I got this pure palette out of one of my BoxyCharm boxes. I think that's where all of my pure palettes came from, except for... No, I think they all came in there. But I did look it up, and it's still a very affordable brand. All of their palettes are gorgeous. Like I said, the brushes, you could get at Walmart. It's all super affordable. Okay, so now that I cleaned off the small brush, I am going to go in with this gold shade right in the center of my eyelid. Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm going to dot it on. And I'm just going to swipe across the center of my eyelid. I like to go down with it too, just because this isn't the blending part. You're just trying to get the shadow on your eye. And now that I have that on, I do not like how similar it looks to the inner corner, so I'm just going to use this small brush, wipe it off real quick. Okay, and I am going to go on with this like peachy pink and put it over what I already have on my inner corner just to kind of make it pop a little more. There we go, that's showing up a lot more. Okay, that is much better, and as you can see down here, there's a lot of fallout, but that is okay. It's going to be fixed with concealer. So, as you can see, nothing is blended right now. So, now I get to take the baby brush with no product on it, and I'm going to start by dabbing a little bit of the black on it, and then just kind of do small teeny tiny lines to make the transition between shades less harsh. Okay, that's much better. That is seamlessly blended in. It makes it look like it's kind of gray a little bit between the gold and the black. Now I have to do the same thing with the inner corner. Okay, brush is clean. This time I'm going to go in with the peachy pink color and do that same very small lines here. And there we go with that. It is all blended. Now, before I take the tape off, I'm gonna go back in with the small brush that I first started off with, back in with this dark color, to go back over my crease since it kind of got covered up. So just a few pats. And again with the windshield wiper motion, just kind of have to blend that back out again. And since I have hooded eyes, I make mine a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go back in with that light brown one more time. And then literally just a dot of the shimmer. Okay, now that that is all blended, we can go ahead and take this tape off. And this is why I do foundation last now. It gives a very clean cut line. And I just realized I said I was going to show how to do eyeliner again on this, but that has to be next time because I already took the tape off. So I am going to go back in with a smudge brush because I like to be extra, and go in with this dark burgundy-ish shade. And I literally only get the tip of this. And this is going to go under my eyes, and I'm going to blend the black shade into it. Okay, now that I got the under eye done, I will have to clean it up with concealer, but you can kind of see the gold from where I swiped the lower lash line too, so it shows up, which I like. And clean the smudge brush off one more time, and then go in with this color down here. The same with only putting it on the tip, and this is going to go in the inner corner for a pop. That just always finishes the look. And that is how you blend. Let me put on the rest of my face and I'll be right back. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you would like me to do a tutorial or a specific look or anything else, just let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye. Until next time.